Hello, and welcome to Unstoppable Female Entrepreneurs. I'm Kelsey Matheson, and this is episode number 74. And it's Women's History Month. Happy March. March is Women's History Month, and it is a great time to celebrate the achievements of women in various fields, celebrate women in entrepreneurship. So, look. Throughout history, women have faced numerous challenges when it comes to starting and running businesses. However, despite these obstacles, so many women have managed to build successful companies and make a significant contribution as an unstoppable entrepreneur. And today, I wanted to take a moment to highlight some of the amazing female entrepreneurs who have made history and really continue to inspire us today and have paved the way for many of us. And I feel it's important to explore their stories, learn from their successes and their challenges, and hopefully inspire you to stay on track and to continue your pursuit of your goals and to pursue your entrepreneurial dreams. So first, I want to talk about Madame C.J. Walker. And she is widely considered to be the first female self-made millionaire in the United States. So Madame C.J. Walker was born in 1867, and her given name was Sarah Breedlove, and she was the daughter of former slaves. And she began her entrepreneurial journey in the early 1900s when she developed a line of hair care products specifically designed for Black women. And through a lot of hard work and determination, she built a very successful business, became a millionaire, and became a philanthropist using her wealth to support social causes that were important to her. So a Black woman in the early 1900s becoming a self-made millionaire, just allow the power of that story to land. Like, it's pretty remarkable and inspiring, right? Another female entrepreneur many women admire, many people admire, is Coco Chanel. She is the founder of the iconic Chanel brand, and Coco Chanel was born in 1883 in France. And the Chanel brand really revolutionized the fashion industry with its elegant and timeless designs. And Coco Chanel was a trailblazer because the fashion industry was a male-dominated industry. And so she broke down barriers and she really paved the way for future female designers. And many of you might remember the episode of this podcast where I spoke about losing my beloved Chanel sunglasses. It was episode 34 of this podcast, and I talked about how these Chanel sunglasses were the only sunglasses I've owned ever in my life that truly fit me well. Because I have a small head, and it's hard for me to find sunglasses that fit well. It's hard for me to find hats that fit well. Some children's hats are too small for me, are too big for me because I have such a small head. Anyway, the theme of that episode was really all about letting go. Because I was on a trip with my girlfriends, and oh my gosh, there was so much that all of us really needed to let go of. And I loved those Chanel glasses, but now they belong to the Pacific Ocean. And, I know in the grand scheme of things, like losing a pair of sunglasses is not a big deal, but letting go was definitely the theme of that trip for all of us. And I was really upset about losing my sunglasses. I loved them. I mean, truthfully, I still miss them. However, recently I replaced them with a new pair of Chanel sunglasses. I bought a pair of Gucci, and they don't, and I love Gucci too. They just don't fit as well as my original Chanel sunglasses. So I bought a pair of Chanel, and they fit better, but it's just not the same. I know, first world problems, but I've gone off on a tangent. But look, all this to say, I do own a couple of Chanel handbags. I actually have a Chanel suit that I love. I just recently bought a new pair of Chanel boots, actually the day that I bought my new sunglasses. Look, and these are luxury items, I understand. And Chanel actually typically isn't really my style. But the few pieces that I have, I love and I adore. And I also love thinking about what Coco Chanel did for other women designers, but also for women in entrepreneurship. So I appreciate that. All right, let's move into the 21st century, shall we? So this is a name many of you may have heard before, Sarah Blakely. And Sarah is the founder of Spanx. And I don't know, some people know this, but she started her company with $5,000. $5,000. Right? $5,000 and an idea, basically, to create comfortable and flattering undergarments for women. Now, today, Spanx is a billion with a B, $1 billion company. And Sarah Blakely is a billionaire, making her one of the most successful female entrepreneurs of our time. I think it is really, it's really an important story, whether you are a fan of Spanx or not. It doesn't really matter. The idea here is it started as an idea. You know, my resort in Costa Rica started as an idea, right? You had an idea that was the genesis of creating your business, of starting your business. And I think that's incredibly important to remember. I know some of you women love the Spanx brand and some of you, don't care for it. That's fine. The point here is that she had an idea. She had $5,000 and she's now a billionaire. And some of you were like, I don't want to be a billionaire. That's fine. The reason why I'm sharing these stories is just because there's just so much, there's so much inspiration to be had in these stories. And I think that for this one particularly, it's about the fact that it started as an idea and it just grew so big. We have the amazing story of Jessica Alba, who is the founder of The Honest Company. And you might know Jessica as an actress. And after she became a mother, she was frustrated with the lack of safe and effective household products available for families. So she was like, I'm going to create my own line. And she did. She created her own line of natural and eco-friendly products. And it's become a massive success. Right, I believe this time last year, so in February, March of 2022, her company was valued at $550 million. It's crazy. And look, these are just a few of the many incredible female entrepreneurs who have made history. And I know some of you aren't necessarily driven by those numbers. Like, you're not interested in becoming a billionaire. Maybe you're not even interested in becoming a millionaire. And that's okay, right? But these women had an idea. They saw a gap in the industry and they had an opportunity to fill it, and they went with their gut and they did it. Right? And so I'm sharing these stories today in hopes that it will inspire you to pursue your own entrepreneurial dreams, no matter how big or how small. Right? Recognizing entrepreneurship as a part of Women's History Month, I think, is important for a number of reasons. Right? Regardless of whether you have big goals, little goals, goals in between, whether they're fueled by how many clients you serve, or whether they're fueled by how much money you want to make, or whether they're whatever that motivation is for you, right? But entrepreneurship provides a platform for women to break free from traditional gender roles and achieve financial independence. And I strongly believe that entrepreneurship empowers women to create their own opportunities, to pursue their passions and their dreams, and make a significant impact on our society. And make a significant impact on their bank account, right? And that carries its own powerful trickle-down effect, right? And I think that highlighting female entrepreneurs helps to challenge the stereotype that women are not as capable or successful in business as men are, right? I think that by recognizing the achievements of women in entrepreneurship, we can raise awareness of the obstacles that we have faced, that we are facing, that we have overcome and are overcoming, and we can inspire future generations of women to follow in our footsteps, to show them what's possible, right? I believe that. I believe that promoting women-owned businesses contributes significantly to the economic growth of our society. And I think that providing women with support and resources, just like this podcast is a resource, right? I think we can inspire more women who have an idea and inspire them to take it to the next level. Because when they do, guess what? It creates more jobs. It increases innovation. It drives economic growth, right? And let's be honest, celebrating the achievements of female entrepreneurs is a way to honor the many contributions that women have made to various fields and industries throughout history, right? So I think it's important to acknowledge, and I think by acknowledging these women's successes and challenges and your successes and your challenges, we can make sure that all of our stories are remembered and that these stories will continue to inspire future generations of women. And I think another important aspect of being an unstoppable entrepreneur is celebrating and acknowledging other women entrepreneurs. So don't necessarily have a question for you this week, but I do have a request. I would love for you to Google women-owned businesses in your area, right? Because who knows what you're going to find. Maybe you will find some amazing and lovely businesses that catch your interest, that you would love to support, that maybe you already support, and you're excited to know that they're women-owned, right? It also helps to inform you of other female entrepreneurs in your area that you might want to connect with. So that's my request, is to Google women-owned businesses in your area. Okay. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you for sharing this podcast, this resource, with other women entrepreneurs, and happy Women's History Month. All right. I look forward to connecting with you again next week. Ciao for now.